All right, man, let's get it. Ohio State versus Miami, December 31st, 7:30 p.m. each time. This the hardest game to do because you don't know what Ohio State you gonna get. I mean, we want the Ohio State that we're expecting the Ohio State. 2022 Ohio State when they lost to Michigan at home, then they almost beat Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Then the 2024 Ohio State where they lost to Michigan at home, and then they came out and smacked Tennessee, smacked Oregon, you know what I'm saying, beat Texas and dominated Notre Dame and won that championship. I mean, that could very well happen. As Ohio State, they had a embarrassing loss versus Indiana. And you know what I'm saying, they could very well blow Miami out. They could very well beat Miami by 20, 30 points, 25, 30 points. But I will say this, though. Miami got the best trench play in the playoffs. I ain't saying they got the best offense. I ain't saying they got the best defense. I ain't saying they got the best run game. I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying? No. That's not the case. But straight trench play, left tackle, left guard, center, right tackle. You know what I'm saying? And the front four, they got the best in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. Like, I feel like Georgia got the best run game due to the tight ends blocking very well and all that. But straight trench play, Miami got it. Now, and Ohio State defense pretty good. I'm not gonna say like they a very tense defense, But it's just the fact, like I said, you don't know what Ohio State you gonna get. Like if this game is in the 30s, then I'll lean towards Ohio State. But this game is 20 points, 23 and under. You know what I'm saying? This game, let me put it like that. If this game is 23 over, if this game is 24 points and higher, I trust Ohio State more. But if this game is 23 and under, I'm just saying, like, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say that. That's Miami game. Because if Ohio State jump out early, let's say the game is 17-3. Ohio State got the ball. I mean, Ohio State jump out 17-3. They don't have to pass the ball like that and they control the game. Then that's good. But this game is 10-10, 13-10, 13-13, 16-13. Like, that's not good because you don't want Julian Sin have to pass the ball when they have to pass the ball. If you get what I'm saying, like, you want to keep Miami, you want to keep Ruben Bain and them pass rushers. And like Justin, like, people realize, like, Justin Scott was a 5-star. Ruben Bain Jr. is gonna be a top 5 pick if he stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Bearing no measure or injury, he's gonna be a top 5. And Mesidor, like, he's gonna be a top 50 pick. And I would say that right now, Ohio State right tackle situation isn't the best right now. Like, they rotating and then they talking about the injury. Like, so, and Julian Sanders is brick foot. He's brick foot. Dude is 6'1", 6'6.5", 6'1", 195 pounds. And he's not 195 pounds. That's athletic 195 pounds. Like, it's different. Like, you could be 6'1", 195 and athletic with it. Like, if you athletic, 6'1", 195 quarterback, like, you used to running, you used to taking big hits, or you know what I'm saying, you used to running the ball 10, 12 times a game ever since middle school and high school and now in college, then yes, it's different. But if you're a brick foot pocket passer that you're not used to running the ball, that's not ideal. Like, that's what like, Ohio State, like, it's levels to it. Like, I mean, Julian Sand, very good quarterback, but he's not experienced like Will Howard was. Like, Will Howard was a very experienced quarterback. I mean, dude had like 30 starts before he got to Ohio State, something like that. And then after he finished Ohio State, he had like 46 starts up under his belt. It was over 40. That's what I'm saying. Either way, all I'm saying is, dude played a lot of football. Julian Sand, he's still not there yet. He could, use this, the time he had and did a lot of film. I'm pretty sure they did, work with him. But like I say, it's different in the game. I mean, yes, you can go and look and say, okay, man, you had Brandon Sanders wide open on this play, You know what I'm saying? You threw it double coverage right here to Cornell Taylor, Jeremiah Smith. You know what I'm saying? Or you forced it to this player right here, or you checked it down to the running back. You know what I'm saying? You had Brandon Ennis or whoever, Max Clare running wide open on a post route. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, real route, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when in the game, when that clock, in practice, there ain't no redos in the game unless you get a penalty or something. And a penalty in practice, you can retry that play 13, 14 times till you get it right. You know what I'm saying? And just keep on working with. In the game, it's one play. One play, that's all you get. You don't, no redos. Like I said, unless a penalty or something or whatever, you don't get no redos. It ain't no, oh man, you just threw a pick six here. We gonna restart, you know what I'm saying? We gonna try it again. Or you threw another interception, or you overthrew it on 4th and 5. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you the ball back. You like in practice. No. So Julian Sims, I mean, he could very well prove me wrong. Like Cornell Tate. I mean, I seen Mark Druss have him going top 5 and 3rd and top 10. Like, bro, he's not like that. He could very well prove me wrong. He could very well, have 10 catches, 180 yards, and 3 touchdowns on Miami, and then possibly play Georgia, and he could very well have 8 catches, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns on Georgia. And he could very well prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He could very well be like, shut up, I'm like that. But people talking about he's going top 5, top 3, top 10. Like, pick 5, like 13 to 32. Okay, because I mean, like I say, I know sometimes the wide receivers, like I say, all it takes is one wide receiver go. Then that's when everybody jump on wide receivers, like they did in the 2022 NFL draft when the Falcons took Drake London. Then right after that, it was Drake London with Garrett Wilson, and then Jameson Williams right after, back in the row. But all of them, Chris Olave, it was what it was, it was like what Garrett was. It was Drake London, then Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and James Williams, something like that. All behind each other. And that's a domino effect. But back to the game though. The Miami defense, you don't know what you're gonna get. And you don't know, like I say, because Ohio State offense, like I tell Ohio State fans, yes, you can, those 30-yard, 40-yard catches look good, highlights, and it look, them play action 40-yard plays look good. But if you're selling for field goals, driving the ball 50 to 70 yards don't mean nothing. If you're selling for field goals, like if they stopping you, if you driving the ball, you know what I'm saying, 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards, 80 yards, and then you got to settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense. But if you're driving 70 yards, 60 yards, 80 yards, and scoring touchdowns, that's where you can brag about your offense. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can brag about the offense, when you get the ball at the 6-yard line and you got to drive 94 yards down the field and you get it and score a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That's when you can brag about your offense. And as we seen versus Indiana, yes, the kicker missed the field goal, but it's like Indiana, I mean, regardless, the game would have been under 20 points from Ohio State. And that game like that could very well be like that versus Miami. And that game was in a dome. That game was in a closed-in stadium versus Indiana. Big Ten championship. Miami won with 25 miles per hour winds where Texas A&M knew they was running the ball. And Miami still got yards. Still had big runs to finish the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no be no 25 mile per hour winds in the Cotton Bowl. So, therefore, that being said, Ohio State, like I say, very good defense. I mean, yes, their defense is inflated a little bit, the stats-wise, but, I mean, still got Caleb Downs and ain't no Arvell Reese and Caleb McDonald, ain't no Caden Curry, you know what I'm saying, Keaton Jackson. They some good players. No Sonny Styles. No, they are very good players. But like I say, like, in this game, it's hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? It's because you know they're good players, but it's like the Big Ten has allowed them, the stat pad, bro. Like, that just is what it is. Like, I don't care if you holding teams to 7 points and 10 points and 13 points, and then 3 other teams in that conference do the same exact thing. Like I can't, you know what I'm saying? It don't move me if you hold UCLA to 10 points and 3 points and 6 points when there's 4 other teams who did the same thing. No, you hold Wisconsin to 3 points or 0 points when then Iowa, somebody do the same as that thing. Like you hold a Minnesota to 3 points and another 2 other teams do the same as that thing. Like I just can't, it don't move me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you holding teams to 3 points and 6 points, and then they score 40 points on the next 2 or 3 teams they play, it was like, okay, that defense legit. Like 2021 Georgia fans, when Georgia beat Arkansas 37-0, the very next week, the very next game after, Arkansas scored 51 points on Ole Miss. So it wasn't no fluke that Georgia, it wasn't no, oh man, like Georgia just, you know, the Arkansas offense just trash. Like, no. Oh, KJ Jefferson was not trash. It's just Georgia just had a good game plan for KJ Jefferson that year. Because the very next week, KJ Jefferson looked like a Heisman quarterback again. Like, as Arkansas, they scored like 40 on Texas. They scored, what, 27, 30 on Texas A&M that year and won. So it wasn't no fluke that Georgia, you know what I'm saying, held Arkansas to 0 points. Versus Ohio State this year, they holding, you know, teams like Purdue and Illinois and Minnesota, you know, teams that barely can score the ball as it is to under 17 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we don't know. We want to hype Ohio State up. You know what I'm saying? We want them to be like last year where they went on a run after they lost to Michigan. But I just don't know. I just don't know. I mean, and I ain't gonna do the prediction video. Just go, because I mean, this video loud. This just a little preview. You know, just a little hype video. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm do the prediction video, score prediction rather. But all I'm saying is Miami got a chance. I know we want to give. I mean, the spread is like 9.5, 10 points. You know, by the time December 31st hit, it might be down to 6.5. You know, 6.5, 7 points. I don't know. Right now, the score, the line is like 9.5. Ohio State. So, but all I'm saying is like I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do the score prediction video. So here's a video already 12 minutes long. But yeah, let me get into it.